So say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So most venerable Humagama Kondanya, our Nayaka Thero. So dear devotees, as you know, our Nayaka Thero every year visiting our center in Los Angeles, and when he traveling around the world, so this time also he came, and I was planning next week Dhamma talk for him, but unfortunately he has to go back to London to do Vesak festival in London Heathrow Atula Darsana Buddhist Center. So we have to cancel his talk. So somehow we got the opportunity today for him to conduct this meditation class. With most respect, I invite Venerable Sir to do this, conduct this meditation class. Namami Buddham kaya? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami Buddham Gunasagaram Saram Tatra Sadantu Sukhi Avera Kayoti Gunjo Sakalo Dugando Gajjanti Samve Maranam Namami Dhammam Sugatena Desitam Sattva Sadantu Sukhi Avera Kayo Digunjo Sakalo Dugando Gachanti Samve Maranam Ahanja Namami Sangham Dinadraja Savakam Satna Sadantu Sukhi Avera Kayo Tirunjo Sakaro Dugando Gachanti Samve Maranam Ahanja.
Now we all said Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. It is our verbal expression of gratitude to the teacher. And then what we did was take the three refuges in a normal but in a different way. Here in the refuge, you go to the refuge of the Buddha, you go to the refuge of the Dhamma, you go to the refuge of the Sangha, you say that 3 times. Now this is like making a determination. Here the Buddha you refer is not the person the Buddha. What the Buddha stands for. The word Buddha means to awaken in the Pai language. So when you say you go to the refuge of the Buddha, you make a determination to awaken yourself from the sleep of ignorance. when you say you go to the refuge of the Dhamma, the teaching, you make a firm determination to use only the teachings of Gautama the Buddha as guidance and instructions of meditation. When you say you go to the refuge of the Sangha, that means you are going to the refuge, you make a determination to have only the teachers who have the knowledge of the teachings of the Buddha for your guidance and instructions to meditate. Now, you say this 3 times, it is like saying, when you want to do something in our mind, you go and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. That is the idea of saying it 3 times. And then, of course, you have the 5 precepts. This is a 5 precepts like a foundation. I mean, you don't have to worry too much if you break a precept, but don't carry any guilt conscience because you break a precept. The idea is to give you guidance to use your body and mind in a peaceful manner. It's good for you and good for others and good for the development of the mind. That is what virtue or sila means. So that is a good foundation. So you live a righteous life is a good foundation for meditation. So that's all. I just want to mention a few words. Now I want you to bring your attention to the present moment. Sit in it. Are you all right sitting like that?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I always ask people, if possible, to avoid leaning against the wall, because it takes away the strain of your muscles in the back, and it only weaken the back. It won't strengthen the back. But not leaning against and being independent of any support at the back will make your back very strong, because your muscles are being used. And of course, there's another thing is it's a magnet for sleeping. If you lean against. You don't have to come all this way to go to sleep. You can sleep like down. Okay, compose yourself and bring your present moment. Try to keep your palms open. Don't close them down. Keep them open. And so bring your attention to the present moment and look at your body. Observe the body. Whatever the condition of the body in the present moment, accept it. Now acceptance does not mean it's good or bad. It means that this is the reality and you acknowledge the reality. Then you bring your attention to the mind, and whatever the state of mind you are in, you just accept it. Don't reject or react to any state of mind. Now bring your attention to the nostrils and observe the breath going in and out. It's like a stream of air enters the nostrils, touching the nostrils on its way in. So the touch sensation, you observe the touch sensation that arises due to the impingement of air on the nostrils. When it's going in, when it's going out. It may look a little bit difficult in the beginning, but as time goes on, you'll find you'll be able to observe it. So you observe this breath going in and out by observing the touch sensation that arises due to the impingement of air on the nostrils. So you observe it from the beginning until it stops, on the in-breath, on the out-breath. That's all you have to do, nothing else. So when you observe it, it is possible, gradually it will relax and relax and become relaxed and the breath will become very, very refined, very fine, very subtle. Then of course you may lose that touch sensation. But the mind knows the breath is going in, the breath is going out. Then you stay with the knowing of the mind, the breath going in, the breath going out. That's the method, the art is very simple. The complications are in our minds. So no matter how many times your mind strays, patiently, without being angry, without being annoyed, just bring it back to the breath again. So, to start with, I would like you to take a long in-breath, a long out-breath, controlling the breathing with your mind. So I will ask you to, after a little while, to let go of the control of the body, the breathing, and allow the wisdom of the body to breathe as it wants to. All you do is give up the control, but continue observing. You may now let go of control of the breathing and allow the body to breathe as it wants to. You notice that the breathing will begin to settle down, gradually and gradually, until the breathing rhythm of the breath becomes calm and relaxed. If it's not happening, you may breathe in, relaxing the breath, breathe out, relaxing the breath. That also will help you to come to relaxation quite quickly. If there ain't any pain in your body at any time, just allow the pain to be. You transcend the pain by allowing it to be. But if you go on producing thoughts of complaining about the pain, then of course you'll be exaggerating the pain. Exaggerating pain leading to suffering. So when you let the pain be, suffering ceases. mind is straight, come back to the breath again. Try to keep your body absolutely still. Quite often the mind will prompt you to make some movement. Don't listen to it. Just observe the intention arising, but don't put it into practice. Don't execute it. Just observe the intention to move or change without changing or moving. Now we do some loving kindness meditation. May I be well and happy, may all living beings be well and happy. Just so true. happy and pleased to meet you again. In fact, we are not meeting again, our continuations are meeting. In this 1 year we have changed. We have become 1 year closer to death. Whether you are young or old, at the moment you are getting closer to death. That's the final. So, this practice of meditation, it's very important that you have a regular practice. Of course, you notice there's a difference when you don't in the life. So, regular practice is very important. And then, now and then, to see if you can put in a retreat. Of course, I would suggest a 10-day retreat, but at least not a weekend retreat. In a retreat, we get an opportunity to go a little bit more deeper, to get some more experience, experiential understanding of what the practice is capable of. If you do a 10-day practice, you definitely come to know the power of meditation. So, with meditation, what is important with the knowledge of the teaching and the meditation, we are able to transform ourselves from an ordinary being into an extraordinary being. From a decent human being to an extraordinary human being. This is the effect of meditation. Of course, scientific experiments have proven the fact that it definitely clears the brain and relaxes the brain. Not only the brain, the whole body is being relaxed when you meditate. The mind, now most of you people in the West, you talk about the mind, you do everything, but you don't know what the mind is. What is it? It's very clear for us in the East. It's a sense. Like the five senses, mind is also a sense. Why you don't accept it as a sense is because it has no fixed abode. Right? The mind has no fixed abode. Every cell, every hair follicle of your body is included in the mind. But the mind is not only limited to the body. Mind is capable of taking the whole universe. You won't find a better computer, more advanced computer than the human mind. So, somehow, people in the West have missed out that the mind is a sense. I'm going to ask you to go into that. It says that. Now we have the five senses, right? You all have no doubts about it, right? Now each sense is only capable of observing its own field. The ears cannot see, the eyes cannot hear, the nose cannot smell, touch sensation. So every sense organ, because there's a fixed abode for the sense. For the touch sensation, there's a body. So, but it cannot observe the other fall of the other senses. So we have these independent 5 powers. How do we live? Never thought of that. With these 5 senses, how do we live? Who does the coordination of the eyes, ears, touch for us to exist, to live from moment to moment? To get up, to sit down. Ever thought about it? Now the mind sense is capable of observing its own field. Intellect, ideas, imagination, thinking process, memory, these are all part of the mind. But it's capable of observing the field of all the other 5 senses. It is the mind sense that controls these other 5 senses, takes the data and makes it possible for us to live. Because otherwise, the ears will hear, the eyes will see, but there is no connection to each other. It is the mind that makes all the connections, all the coordinations of the different senses so that we can change the gear, keep the steering wheel, look at the road, hear the sounds, drive a car, walk on the road. Now reflect on it. That's why the Buddha talked about the mind is the most important. This is where pain, happiness, sadness, all that is experienced in the mind. So what is experienced in the mind, after the experience of the mind, it manifests, there are manifestations in the body. Feelings produce thoughts, thoughts produce feelings. We come to understand the nature of the thinking process. When you observe your mind, you will find very clearly the nature of the thinking process. Thoughts arise and go away. Profound thoughts, good thoughts, bad thoughts, murderous thoughts. These thoughts doesn't make you holy or bad or good. It is only when you use these thoughts for speech and bodily activities that you can do good or bad, collect merit or collect bad karma. So this is where the mind is most important, where the Buddha says, it starts in the Dhammapada, the mind is most important. Now we understand, because it is the mind that observes the field of all the other 5 senses, including its own sense, and gives us the possibility of living. You take the mind sense away, it's like having different 5 instruments, but nothing, no coordination. There's no headquarters. All the data of the different senses is taken and coordinated for us to live. And that is done by the mind. Now you can understand why the mind is more important. So, and this is also called the path of purification. Purification of the mind leads to purification of the body. So in retreat sometimes you may have diarrhea, you may have temperature. It is also part of the cleaning process. And meditations have to look after the health and well-being of the mind and make any corrections. You see, in our mind now we have a description of the nature of this body and mind. Of course, mostly it's from anatomy and physiology and psychology. That's what we are conditioned on, right? So we have this description and views and opinions of the nature of the mind and body. Buddha says, in the Noble Eightfold Path, the first one is the right view. You have to have a certain amount of right view to come here and want to meditate. That's the beginning. And also these views also become criteria of judgment in our life. What is good for me, what is good for others, what determines it? Our views and opinions. And if they're wrong, if they're not accurate, we won't get the results we expect. That's why Buddha says it's very important to establish right view about the nature of this mind and body. And of course, once you start observing the nature of the mind and body through meditation, you have direct perception of your own nature. Direct perception of the direct perception gives you the right description of the nature of the mind and the body. And these right descriptions help to have the right aspirations. Also to have slowly, gradually change our attitude, to have the right attitude. And that is the most important aspect of the Dhamma, to bring about a complete change of attitude of your mind towards yourself and towards others. Of course, it will be a lovingly kind attitude towards your body and mind. Now you know how to be loving a kind attitude towards the body. You bathe it, you wash it, you put all kinds of, make it beautiful. What about the mind? Nothing. Nothing. But that's what we use all the time. If the intention to get up from your sitting position doesn't arise in your mind, you won't get up. You'll be sitting like that forever. You start walking, come up against the wall, you try to go through the wall. Because you won't stop. Mind has to give the intention to stop. You start turning around. If you don't intend to stop while you have turned around, we will be just turning round and round and round. See how important these intentions are. And in your meditation, you can observe these intentions very clearly. How? Intention to change the posture arises. Make a movement of the body arises. To shake the head a little bit arises. To move, to do a little exercise with the head arises. But these are all not wisdom. These are habits of the mind. The moment it arises, we put it into mind. Now in meditation you can observe the intention and not do anything. Do you understand it? You can see, observe the intention. I've sat long enough, maybe I should change now. Or maybe lift the right knee a little bit, or wiggle the toes, or something like that. Just observe the intention. You don't have to do anything. These intentions arise through habit. We have the opportunity to change its habits. If you keep on feeding the habit, it becomes stronger and stronger. If you don't feed the habit becomes weaker and weaker. So, gradually you will have the right description of the nature of your body, of your mind, and the phenomena that works between this mind and body process. Also, you must first also realize that this talking about the mind and body, we split it into two only for the sake of understanding. They are all interrelated, interconnected. You cannot separate it clearly. But we separate it only to understand. Nothing else. Don't think there is a mind that is existing without a body. It cannot. And the body cannot be alive without the mind. See what happens to a person who goes into the coma? Body is there, but no life in it. Breathing is taking place, but there is no living. You're dead. Almost. So the mind and body process is very important to understand. It's like if the Buddha has said in the description of his mind and body where your nose is below your chin. Now all you have to do is put your hands there and you see it's wrong. Dhamma is like that. If anybody changes or alters the Dhamma, as soon as you start practicing meditation, you can see that very clearly it has been changed. That's why it has lasted 2,000, almost 600 years. Even with the Vinaya, the discipline of the monks. The Theravada monks doesn't change. They make the adjustments necessary from moment to moment, but not change the original discipline. And those who started to change has changed beyond recognition. So that is the protection the Dhamma has. It's like a medicine. If the medicine works, even it doesn't matter if the Buddha lived or not. Medicine is good. The practice is good. Meditation is good. It's capable of healing the body and the mind as well. I mean, we are so much bombarded with doctors and medicine. But nearly 50% of the recovery healing process is done by the mind. Other things assist, help. Medicine helps. But it's actually if a patient does not want to get better, that's very difficult to find medicine to cure him. It's very important that the patient wants to be better. So this is why we cannot trust our views and opinions. We weren't born with them. We were bombarded from our little babies until we grow up with our parents, nannies, people around us. Then you have the education, academic education, religious education, the media, books, televisions, etc., etc., newspapers, magazines. So out of this we pick and choose and say, this is my view. What is my view? All second hand. There's nothing original there. We don't have anything original. All our views and opinions we have taken from others. And we don't know it. We have no guarantee of its accuracy. Now that's why when you start meditating, you try to gradually go beyond thinking, because as long as you're thinking, these views, opinions are always disturbing. Try to impose itself. So when the mind stops thinking, then it goes into the plane of awareness. Yeah? There's observation from moment to moment, accurate, without exaggeration, without omission. This awareness observes the way things are in the present moment and how they come to be. Now many scholars, when they have translated as to observe how things are. How long? Microseconds? Because this mind and body is in movement all the time. It's not static, it's dynamic. This mind and body is aging. So by observing that you are angry, for instance, that there is anger in your mind, you can stop from committing any acts out of anger. But you can't deal with the arising of anger because you are not observing how it comes to be. The Pali word is yatha bhuta jnana dasana. In movement. To observe this moving mind and body process. From moment to moment, how things come to be in the mind. Now this is the key. So when you're meditating, sometimes you'll be able to observe the rising of little aversion, dislike. And the mind producing more and more thoughts about this dislike. And gradually heating up and exploding with anger. You can observe it. Only the plane of awareness can observe it, but otherwise thinking process, by the time you know that you have been angry, everything has happened. Awareness is observed while it's happening. You can see a little dislike, and you started indulging in thinking more and more about the dislike. Then gradually the temperature rises and explodes. It happens sometimes in a short time. It can happen over a period of time in relationships. Little aversion, suspicion arises, then you go on feeding it every day, and one day you say to yourself, I've had it. Up to my Lord. Finish. So you change the object of aversion. Change your husband, change your wife, change your job, change your country. Yes. People separate. Husband and wife, parents and children, because of aversion, not for anything else. They don't separate because it's a wise thing to do, very rarely. Yes, of course, Buddha don't say don't separate, but it says, first try giving up the aversion, then you don't have to separate. You don't have to get rid of the object of aversion. And daily meditation makes sure you don't accumulate the aversions. Aversion arises, today's meditation will lay it out. Otherwise we keep it and add it to tomorrow's aversion. So, Buddha has given us a very wonderful tool. In all situations, get rid of the aversion, not the object of aversion. In normal life, all of us, what we do, either get rid of the object or to escape from the object. Not because it's a wise thing to do, because you have developed aversion, and aversion has led into the explosion of anger. You know, relationships take a long time to build. And it's silly to get rid of it by the chain by just because you have developed aversion. Of course, you don't know it, most of the people doesn't know that they have accumulated and developed aversion, and this aversion is exploding. People don't realize that. They have justification. I mean, I'm not... even the Christianity justifies aversion. Nice, they put it into nice words. Would you come explain? It's not there right now. It's called righteous indignation. That's what they call it. I had a little discussion with the bishop. We believe in righteous, Christ believed in righteous indignation. I said, Buddha doesn't believe in that. There's no right to harm yourself. To be angry and do something with anger is harmful to yourself. You might end up in prison, be hung. Because in anger people do all kinds of things that they don't do when they're not angry. It's a type of madness, nothing else. And one of the things that anger makes you do is to insult, to hurt the other person, even by telling lies. Because you want to... Anger is for me a way of people crying. All the things they say when they're angry is they're crying. Bad things. They make things about you when they're angry, which they would never do in normal when they're not angry. So for us is to, when somebody is angry and talking to us, it's like a drunkard. It's not the man talking, it's the bottle talking. Yeah? So here's the anger talking. Not your friend, not your husband, not your wife. It's just the anger trying to share his suffering with the other person. So if you look at it that way, you won't react with anger. So it is okay one person being confused. You don't have to add to the confusion by you being confused. It's true. Remain cool. No matter what happens, remain cool. No matter what you lose, don't lose your mind. But most of us, this wise animal, Homo sapiens, what does he do? As soon as he loses something, he loses the mind. So even if you have forgotten where you put it or misplaced it, you can't find it because now you're confused. And of course it thinks of all the nasty things you can say to the other person. Anger does a lot of bad things. So here, the Buddha has shown us a clear theory and practice how to overcome this force of anger, hatred, includes aversions, jealousy, all that. Now we are not used to altruistic joy. We are not taught to practice it. But you start practicing, inculcating it. Then you find you don't become jealous anymore. Your next door neighbor buys a brand new Mercedes or a supercar. First things you come, how did he manage? Did he steal from the company? Is he selling drugs? I mean, I've heard this, people say this so many times. Even meditators. All you have to say is this wonderful phrase. How wonderful. My neighbor has a nice car. I might even get a lift. So this, how wonderful, is a good way of avoiding jealousy. Of course, when it comes to man and woman, that's a little different story. It's difficult to say how wonderful. If your husband or wife goes out with another one. But if you can't say that, then you will not feel jealous. I learned this phrase from a Catholic woman. One of my best friend's wife. I heard her say things, woman, you talk about somebody's gain or profit or something, she would say, how wonderful. So I said, one day I asked her, you go and sing how wonderful and how wonderful, and people gain something. I said, why do you do that? Well, I've got everything I want. If anybody gets what they want, I'm happy. I wish everybody gets what they want. So that's why I say how wonderful. I don't think about it, it comes up. Probably something that she has in a previous life inculcated. So the first question is, how did you get it? How did she get it? I don't have it, but this one is having it. It's all producing jealousy. Jealousy is aversion, hatred. When you're jealous, you can do bad things. And this person has done nothing. This person has bought a car. Has done nothing to you. You might even get a lift from this person, and you're indulging in aversion to this person. Doesn't sound right, does it? So, say you shouldn't be jealous, but replace it with altruistic joy. Joy of the happiness of somebody else, joy of somebody else gaining something, profiting something. Now we know how to be sad when somebody else is sad, right? But why can't we also inculcate this mudita, we call it. One of the divine abidings it's called in the Buddhist teachings. There are 4 divine abidings. Metta, loving kindness. Karuna, compassion. Mudita, altruistic joy. To be joyful at the profit and the gain or the happiness of others. Yeah, somebody else worked hard, collected the money and buy the car. Why can't we use that for us to be happy? And of course, finally, equanimity. It's not easy to develop that. It has to be developed through meditation. Meditation is able to break bad habits of the mind. You know, the nature of the mind, the habits we have in the mind, habits of greed, habits of aversion. It's not easy. You can't think and change. Can you think, I will not be angry from tomorrow and stop anger? How many of you have succeeded in that? I never succeeded. And every morning I have to get up and say, today I won't be angry. 2 minutes later here I was off. Greed also. Certain aspects of greed, when it arises, it completely enslaves us. Make us get what we greed. And the mind is, super mind will find most convincing excuses to satisfy the greed, to break the laws. But this is when greed arises in the mind is capable of using all the excuses in the world to satiate its greed, to satisfy its greed. I know my mind does that sometimes. Use the Dhamma to satisfy it. According to Dhamma, this is good. Once I have that, then I realize I didn't really need that. So, greed is going beyond need. Because we can't tell each one of you this is where need ends and greed begins. Like in simplicity. Simplicity is dependent on you, each person. You can't have a simplicity, a sweeping generalization of simplicity. Each one has to decide what is to be simple. Of course, your profession, your status in life, your status in the society, all those things have to be considered when you want to be simple. So greed and hatred, these are very strong mental habits that we have brought from our previous lives. And to change them, you can't just think and change them, no way. Maybe soften it a little bit, but not change it. That's it. You think you've done everything, now you won't get angry anymore, suddenly it comes. Then in the Dhamma, Buddha speaks about the sleeping defilements. They're not on the surface. When the circumstances and conditions arise, greed would arise in your mind and completely dominate you. Or hatred would arise in the mind and completely dominate you. You'd forget about loving kindness, you'd forget about compassion. You think this is right, righteous indignation. So, this is where the meditation comes in. Now, there are certain people in this world, certain Buddhists also, foreign Buddhists, who are intellectual Buddhists, they never meditate. They get together, they discuss the Dhamma, they learn the Dhamma, and they see how beautiful it is, and how wonderful it is, how deep and profound it is, but they don't practice meditation, and the greed and hatred does not change. The willingness to change is there, but they can't. They cannot. These reactive nature of the mind is so strong. When it rises, we have no chance. But meditation gradually removes the greed, the hatred. Now, you take all religions talk about it. Killing is bad. Harming is bad. Hatred is bad. But no way, no method how to achieve it. I know in my life I was a very bad-tempered person from a child. I used to get beaten for being bad-tempered almost every day. Without meditation, I would never have been able to change myself. See, as I explained earlier, meditation gives you this wonderful opportunity to observe itself. Observe how aversion arises, how love arises. A little thought, a little dislike, and you start thinking about how much you dislike, and you start supporting the dislike, feeding the dislike, and then suddenly you're off to anger, hatred. Some people carry hatred all their life. And they don't know what harm is doing to them. If you carry hatred to anybody in your life, it's harming your mind. It's harming your well-being from moment to moment. I had a few students in Los Angeles. One lady, she hated her husband so much, she carried that hate. She was very polite, very nice. So when we have retreats, everybody likes, everybody seems to be with her without a problem. But as soon as you leave, nobody has any contact with her until I come back. So I asked them why. They said, we don't feel comfortable. She's nice, she's helpful, but we don't feel comfortable near. We don't feel good to be near. So that's the hatred that she's generating without knowing. So after some years, she managed to get rid of the children. They can sit together and talk to mother in my presence. If I'm not there, they fight. They don't talk to their mother. So gradually with the practice, she would never miss a day of practice. She's done a few 10-day courses. And then finally, after she got rid of her anger, the children got close to her. When she died, the children were close to her. It was the practice. At the end. So, getting rid of greed, hatred and delusion, when you take the greed and hatred away, already wisdom is arising. When there is no wisdom, we take wrong decisions when we are under greed and hatred. You remove that away, then you find wisdom is naturally arising. Greed interferes with wisdom. Same with relationships. Greed helps you to start thinking, am I getting enough in this relationship? Or you call it, am I getting my rights? There's only, of course, there's only wives' rights and women's rights, no men's rights. Men are not important. You think it's fair? Nobody talk about men's rights. Nobody talk about men. Only women's rights, only wives' rights. And they think it's fair. So this form of love which most people think it's love is egoistic. There's always, how much am I getting involved in it? What is the Buddha's advice? Accept whatever little you get. Always inquire and question whether you are giving enough. How much more can I give? What are the shortcomings in my duties, in my giving? Reflect on that, you will see that will help to develop that relationship better. What happens if you start requesting your share? The other person gets hurt. So you don't get it. Then you demand. What's the next step? You fight for your rights. In 45 years of Buddha's teachings, he never spoke of rights. I wonder why. Okay, find out. Because the moment you start thinking of rights, there are greed, hatred, all those things arise. You're not getting your rights, hatred arises. And it starts affecting what you give also. So finally you don't give anything and get it. Buddha says, once you are in a relationship, accept whatever little you get from the other person. And be sure that you give yourself fully, 100%. So always be inquiring about the shortcomings, our shortcomings in giving, our duties. So with that attitude, you'll find you'll get a little bit more every time. Then there's complexes. What does Buddha say about complexes? A wise man, he does not consider himself superior, inferior or equal. He has no occasion to draw such comparisons. How wonderful. He has no occasion. So a lot of problems arise from comparing. We of course taught that from school itself. Who is the first, who is the best? So we start comparing ourselves. That's the beginning. So if you think somebody is superior, you're not happy. If you think you're superior, you're happy. So the latest one I heard was equal complex. So let's think about this equal complex. If you are a superior person, would you want to be equal to an inferior person? So who wants to be equal? It's a glorified way of saying inferiority complex. If you're only inferior, feel inferior, you want to be equal to the superior person. Superior person, not even in their dreams, want to be equal to an inferior person. So we are not having inferiority complex, we just want to be equal. So I think I'll leave you with this to reflect on it, introduce it in your life, in meditation and your life, these few words. Reflect on it, ponder on it. You don't have to just accept it. A monk saying it, Buddha said, don't accept it just because I am the Buddha that is saying it. Can you think of any other teacher who has said that? All teachers say, believe in me and I'll take you to heaven by my side. Only teacher I know that said this. In fact, we have very little beliefs. Only two subjects. We can have belief based on a rational understanding of the possibility of law of karma or the process of rebirth. Which says don't come to conclusions until your intuitive wisdom has been fully developed. So, you have the wisdom. Why is it difficult? Because we can only see even what is happening in this life, we can't see very clearly. What happened, how we lived our life, all this life, we don't remember everything. So how can we know what we did in our previous life? So if you've been for 10 lifetimes studying and playing, practicing music, of course in this lifetime, at the age of 8, 9 or 10, you will be able to compose. I call it genius. Genius. They've all worked hard in their previous life to achieve to come to that place. People listening to one discourse of the Buddha getting enlightened. They've been working towards this for many lifetimes. They were just right when the right words came out from the words of the Buddha. The whole of the Dhamma, all description. Description of the mind, of the body, life, and how to use it wisely. Until your own intuitive wisdom has developed. So let us share this merit of listening to the Dhamma. So whatever merit that we have acquired by listening to the Dhamma and the meditation, practice of meditation, let us share this merit with all the divine beings and spirit that rule the universe. May it help them to come across the teachings and transcend the suffering, beauty, impermanence, even in the divine realms. May all our departed relatives, so one of our dear friends, father passed away when we were Kaspa, so we think of him as well. Another relatives have passed away in your life, friends. May they all share this merit, may it help them to be born in a pleasant abode, where their needs are satisfied. You have come across the teachings and have an opportunity to transcend the suffering due to impermanence and to ignorance. May ourselves and our loved ones be guided and protected in our daily life by the divine beings and spirit that rule the universe. May all the unfortunate beings on earth, as well as those in the lower realms, share this merit. May it help them to come out of that unfortunate state and be born in a fortunate state, so they come across the teachings, transcend suffering.
So, thank you very much, Venerable Sir, giving us this very enlightened talk. And we all wish you, may you be well, happy and peaceful, may no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have patience, courage, understanding and determination to overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you also attain supreme bliss of Nibbana by the power of these all meritorious activities. So, keep your palms together. Please repeat after me. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranamha Paribunjisami Idamme Punyang Asavakkaya Aham hotu Sabbadukkha Pamuccatu. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.